Hey YouTube, it's Andrew here. Just want to give you guys a quick update on our garden. We've had some successes and some failures, it looks like, and we've had quite a few days of 90 plus degrees heat here in Illinois, which isn't good for the plants. But here's a quick update and hope you enjoy. Hey guys, so here's our garden update. This is our lilac bush. It did pretty well last winter and spring. It had some really nice blooms on it. I'm just going to prune it back after this video. You can see there's some buds that just never made it. Up next, we actually upgraded its bucket, so it'll do pretty well. It has some shoots for us, so that's pretty cool. Once we move in and are able to plant it in the ground, it's going to have some nice bushiness to it. The next thing here is our rose bush. It doesn't have any buds on it right now, but it gave us 3 beautiful blooms so far. It has this nice pink and yellow flower on it. If I have any pictures, I'll send them to you. I'll post them in the video. But our rose is doing phenomenally, so that's exciting. Roses are my favorite. Here are our zinnias. My wife wanted to plant these, and they're doing pretty dang well. These were the first blooms, and it's dying back now, but we have some second ones. Zinnias are gorgeous. They're related to dahlias, if you like dahlias. They're wilting a little bit right now because of our extreme heat we've been having. But other than that, they're doing pretty well. I just watered them, so that should help them bounce back. Here is our Russian sage down there. I actually thought it was going to die over the winter, but it's still doing pretty well, and hopefully it'll give us some nice flowers in this fall time. Next we have our weigela bush. Here's another one that I thought was going to die, but it gave us some pretty cool flowers as well. You can see the leftovers of those flowers. It was some gorgeous red flowers there. Closest you can get to tropical flowers, perhaps in wegelas, aside from a hibiscus, but that did pretty well. In fact, I'm going to show you a branch I had to cut off for pruning purposes, and I planted, try to grow it from a cutting. So here's that small branch. It's not doing too well, but I mean, I cross-planted it maybe 4 months ago, and it's still alive. So, and it actually got some miniature flowers on it, so I'd say it's getting established. We'll see if it makes it through the winter. But yeah, this was just part of that other bush you saw. I had to cut it off for pruning. I accidentally cut it off. I didn't do it on purpose. I accidentally cut it off. Once I realized what I did, I decided I was going to try to grow it from a cutting. And if we're successful, we're going to end up having 2 weigela bushes. So that'll be pretty exciting. So we'll see if this survives the winter. We'll be excited if it does, for sure. So that's that. The other thing is our farm garden thing. I'll post another video for that, but it's doing okay. We've harvested some of the greens and fed them to our bearded dragon. So that was exciting. But that's for another video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos about our garden and our animal, our fish in our aquariums, bearded dragon. And then here's our blueberry bush. It hasn't really given us any blueberries, but it's doing okay. I had to tie this branch back because it was just growing straight out like this. So I just tied it back so it can look more like a bush. I'll probably prune it back a little bit because it's a little long. We'll see. I might keep it like that. This one I'll definitely prune back because I just don't like the way it's growing. That's how the blueberry's doing. And I'll walk you guys over to our succulents. But before we get to the succulents, I got to show you some of our failures. This is a marginal tropical planter we bought. It's hard to see in the shade. This is a marginal planter, so these are all plants that like wet, and in the past few days they just haven't done too well because of this extreme heat we've gotten. I just watered, hopefully to help these guys recover. We'll see if that actually helps or not. I don't know. It may not work, because with these kind of planters, because they're all marginals, you really have to water them like every other day at the very least. And I've been watering it like twice a week, and I had it out in the sun, so now I just moved it back in the shade to hopefully keep it surviving. There is a new leaf growing here, So I think it'll survive. It's just a matter of keeping it more in the shade, I think, so it doesn't dry out so fast. You can see its purple waffle here looks pathetic. So we'll see what happens. And I think this is blue moneywort. It looks pretty bad. So we'll see. I'm gonna keep it in the shade, so hopefully this doesn't dry out. As for our daylilies, this is a pink daylily. It hasn't given us a single bloom since we bought it last fall. So let's give us these nice pink blooms. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different shoots and hasn't given us a single bloom. So that's very frustrating. So we'll see what happens with this guy. Maybe it'll just be some nice green in our yard. I don't know. Over here is our normal daylily. It's a yellow daylily, and you can see it's given us some blooms already. So it's doing pretty well. We moved them out in the sun, hopefully get more blooms, because daylilies do like sun. So we'll see what happens with that. Here are some petunias that we're growing. I collected some seeds last year, and we decided to try to grow them this year. I'm curious to see how they do. Looks like we're starting to get some flowers, so that's actually really exciting. I love petunias, and for those of you who saw any pictures from last year, they were beautiful red, so I'm curious to see how these do. And now on to the succulents. Before we get to the succulents, it's just an aster. A rabbit or something ate it back last fall, and we've been trying to save it this entire time, and it's sort of doing okay. It's definitely recovered. We had some fungus issues during the winter time when we had it inside, but it's coming back, so hopefully it'll give us some nice purple blooms. We'll see. And here are our succulents. They're doing pretty well. They're all in the shade, hard to see. Hens and chicks, nice echeveria. It's doing a lot of stretching. I don't like it. That's from when we had it inside. So we just have it here. Hopefully it'll stretch back this way. Hens and Chicks is doing amazing. This is a red velvet echeveria. It's really cool. It was all bright green because we had it inside. Now that it's in the sun, it's got these nice red edgings to it. You can kind of see here. There's another echeveria. I like to call this a hedgehog. Give us another head there. It's really cool. And there's some more succulents up here. Alright. Well, that's it for the garden. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you want more videos on our plants and our fish, our bearded dragon ember, subscribe to the channel. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you learned something today, please share with your friends and family. Alright, thank you.